For the last 4 years, students of Sadal Primary School in Udhampur have been forced to study in an open forest under harsh climate conditions. And this after their school building was damaged in an ill-fated landslide back in 2014. The civic body has now taken stock of the situation and promised quick action.
2014 में जो स्लाइड हुआ था तब से हमारा स्कूल ओपन में चल रहा है, ना हमारे पास बिल्डिंग है ना ही कुछ है और हम बच्चों को ओपन में पढ़ा रहे हैं। तो हमने कई बार अपनी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को बाई रिटर्न भी दिया है, कई बार हमने दिया है और उन्होंने पीछे वो मांगे थे कि वो आप कागज दो जमीन के कि हम बिल्डिंग जहाँ पे कंस्ट्रक्ट करें, लेकिन जहाँ हमने कागज भी दिए उनको, एफिडेविट वगैरह सब कुछ लैंड डोनेट दिए, लेकिन आज तक कुछ नहीं हुआ।
बहुत दुख की बात है कि अब तक जो हमारा जो कोई भी मसला हल नहीं हुआ है। 4 साल होने वाले हैं जो कैसे अब हम गुहार लगाते हैं। अब गवर्नमेंट तो डिजॉल्व हो गई, हम जो गुहार लगाते हैं कि हमारे अब गवर्नर राज में जो इस पर स्टिक कोई एक्शन लिया जाए।
मुझे बहुत परेशानी आती है। जंगल में बहुत मुझे डर लगता है। हम जंगल में पढ़ते हैं, हमें डर भी बहुत लगता है।
14 की फ्लड में स्कूल डैमेज हुआ था लैंडस्लाइड के कारण। अब मैंने इसका डिटेल रिपोर्ट मांगा है और मुझे उम्मीद है कि हम जल्दी से इसकी सीओ साहब से मैंने बात की है, इसका पैसा भी हमारे पास में है, इसको हम इमीडिएटली इस काम को शुरू करवाएंगे जिससे कि बच्चे बाहर ना बैठे। मैंने इसमें एक इंक्वायरी भी इसमें शुरू करूँगा कि इतना लेट क्यों हुआ काम, क्योंकि अगर पैसा आया हुआ तो काम को जल्दी ख़त्म होना चाहिए और मैं अपनी तरफ से कोशिश करूँगा कि काम जल्दी शुरू हो जाए।
Well, the Deputy Commissioner of Udhampur saying that now they are going to look into the matter as to what can be done to ensure that these children, these young school children, have a safe environment to study in. Pradeep Datta, who got us this story, now joins us live. Pradeep, the school infrastructure crumbled 4 years ago and promises are now being made that the matter would be looked into. What was happening in the last 4 years?
So it is really very unfortunate and shocking that how the future generation of the country is being treated here in Udhampur district, and this is the story of the primary school Sadal. And you know what is more shocking is that this village is being adopted by MOS to PMO Dr. Jitendra Singh. It was 4 years back the whole of the village was buried under the debris because of the landslide triggered by heavy rainfall. 40 people had died, and that was the time when the school was damaged. And it is more than 4 years and still the students are studying out in open. I think this lip service by the Deputy Commissioner is not going to work. Now he is saying that he is initiating an inquiry and to see that why the funds which has been released by the government is not being used for the construction of the school. Who is responsible for that? Either this Deputy Commissioner or who had been earlier. They are the one who are responsible for that. Why they had not ever visited this place, why they never ever tried to see the plight of the students. You can see because of this non-availability of proper infrastructure, their school dropout rate has increased. Earlier there were about 100 students, now there are only 19 students. There is no washroom. Normally a survey is being done throughout the country. They say that because of the no washroom availability in school, the dropout rate among the girl students is more, and that is one of the reasons that many parents have stopped sending their girls to this school. There is no washroom, there are no walls, they are studying out in open. Whenever there is rainfall, that means they will be calling it a day, they will not be coming to school because it is not in fact feasible for them to sit out in open under heavy rainfall and study there also. And I think this thing should be an eye-opener for the district administration. They should immediately in fact pull the strings of their purse and send money so that the construction work starts and the students have not to face problem. This is not the first school in this area where we had been reporting about, or here on Mirror Now we had reported about several other schools also not having proper infrastructure, dilapidated buildings, and students continue to suffer. But what is problem is that the earlier government of Mehbooba Mufti was more busy in appeasing Pakistan and Pak proxies, separatist elements, but nobody was really focusing and concentrating on these youngsters. And then they blame that youngsters come out on street and they pelt stones. You have to channelize their energy in a proper way. And here in southern area, I think this should also be an eye-opener for MOS to PMO Dr. Jitendra Singh, because he is the one who has adopted this school. If you have adopted this school, then it is your duty also to visit that area and see what is the condition of the school, in what condition the students are studying, because they are sitting out in open. By only saying that you have adopted the school, adopted that area is not really going to work. He will have to, in fact, convert his words into action also.
And as you've been seeing, this is not, as you've been saying and reporting, Pradeep, in recent times, this is not the first case that has come to light where there is no school in this case apparently, and of course there are buildings, dilapidated buildings, under which these young school children are studying, and these cases have been emanating from across the valley. What is the explanation coming in from the authorities? Of course, as you mentioned, that not enough attention had been paid to the school conditions, the education, the academic infrastructure. But where did the laxity lie? Because in this particular case, it was 4 long years where these school children do not have a school since, and they've been studying under open forests.
4 years, it was in fact the BJP-led coalition government, which was in fact headed by Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti. We have seen that before this imposition of the governor's rule. Their more focus was on the Pakistan and its proxy. They were busy keeping those separatist elements in good humor. They didn't focus on the education system. They didn't focus on the health infrastructure also. That is one of the reasons that youngsters continue to suffer. That is what I said earlier. If today the youngsters are coming out of school, their energy is not being properly utilized because we had not been able to provide them, in fact, better infrastructure for education. What actually is required? If you are sending your kids to the school, what is required is that they should have better infrastructure. The basic amenities are required. You should have water facility, you should have washroom. Here in the school, there's no roof. So they are sitting out in open under the sky, and whenever there is a rainfall, they are not able to, in fact, go to their schools also. In fact, if you are not able to complete your syllabus in such a situation, how you will be able to compete with the students, not to talk about other states, but in city areas. So you can very well understand the plight of these youngsters who are studying in far-flung areas despite coming and walking several kilometers to reach their schools. And if you're not getting better infrastructure, who is to be blamed? It is basically the administration, it is the government is to be blamed. And now I think that is one of the reasons that the people were saying, you heard the two of the soundbites, they said that there is a governor's rule. We are asking the governor to initiate an inquiry and see that their school kids get better education, better infrastructure, so that they have not to face any more problems.
All right, Pradeep Datta, thanks for getting us the story and the inputs there on the story. We'll continue tracking this with you. Thanks for the moment.